Ready for a big laugh, a big cry, or maybe even both? I'm Olivia from Cineworld, and we're here to talk about two of the best film genres out there, comedy and drama. We round up some of the biggest films in these genres coming to the big screen in 2025. Are you ready for the year's most heartbreaking romance? You may have heard of We Live in Time, featuring two of Britain's hottest actors, Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh, and they positively light up the screen in this story of life's triumphs and tragedies. Garfield plays Tobias, a divorcee involved in a road collision with aspiring chef Almut, played by Pugh. This chance encounter leads to a blossoming romance and eventual parenthood, but there are tragic setbacks along the way. Pass the tissues. The twist comes in how the story is told. Director John Crawley and screenwriter Nick Payne present Tobias and Almut's story in a non-linear fashion, jumping around between the biggest moments in their lives. It's an unpredictable mixture of happiness and sadness that's bound to keep you gripped throughout. Let's have a look at the trailer.
What's happened to my underwear?
Oh, I literally have no idea.
So sorry, but do we know each other?
Yeah, no, I ran you over. Sorry.
It's all right.
I'm Almut, by the way.
Tobias.
We're going to make sure you have the time of your life.
Hi.
Hi. Probably ought to get going.
Who says? Unless you have shit to do, then...
I have nothing. Whether we like it or not, the clock is ticking.
What's the rush?
Because I'm worried that there's a very distinct and real possibility that I am about to fall in love with you.
What more could you want from a rom-com? We Live in Time is released in January, and you should make it your New Year's resolution to spend time with Tobias and Almut at Cineworld. Looking for something funny and uplifting? Enter Bridget Jones.
Ah, Mrs. Darcy?
Mr. Zellweger. Why is your granny wearing pajamas?
Renée Zellweger reprises her iconic role in the must-see comedy sequel Bridget Jones' Mad About the Boy. Zellweger first played the character in 2001's Bridget Jones' Diary, adapted from Helen Fielding's book. She earned an Oscar nomination for her hilarious performance of the perennial singleton Bridget, who found herself caught between two very different men: Colin Firth's uptight Mark Darcy and Hugh Grant's caddish Daniel Cleaver. The latest instalment of the franchise sees Bridget widowed, which is of course heartbreaking, but we know this movie is not going to skimp on the laughs. Bridget will find herself drawing the attention of two new suitors, played by Leo Woodall and Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Mummy! Mabel's stuck up the tree! We're going to die!
Everything all right, Mrs. Darcy?
Oh my God.
Hiya.
I've climbed a magical man tree.
Hello.
You can call me Rockstar.
Bridget Jones.
But you can call her Mummy.
Can she find love again? We can't wait to find out. Expect another winning performance from Zellweger, with scene-stealing support from Hugh Grant, who's currently experiencing some of the best reviews of his career.
Uncle Daniel!
Miniature Darcy, what's the news?
Where are the ladies with the big...
Hair. Well, they couldn't make it, I'm afraid. They're washing their hair.
all three?
Well, they wash each other's, you see.
Grab all the feels and watch Bridget Jones' Mad About a Boy in February, just in time for Galentine's and Valentine's Day. Buckle up, it's time to watch Brad Pitt in pole position with the rubber-burning racing epic F1. The new Formula One movie comes from the creative team behind the spectacular Top Gun Maverick. Can they do for motorsport what the Top Gun sequel did for aerial combat? We're counting on it. Pitt plays a washed-up Formula One racer named Sonny Hayes, who's haunted by memories of a terrible crash. Believing that his glory days are behind him, veteran driver Sonny is coaxed into returning to the F1 grid to mentor a talented new driver. Enter rising British star Damson Idris, who plays Joshua Pearce. Master, prodigy, battling against the odds. It's the quintessential sports movie formula, and we love it. Ready to race? Let's take a look. love a sports movie, and you could expect plenty of immersion from director Joseph Kosinski. Plus, British racing superstar Lewis Hamilton also supervised the making of this movie, so it's super authentic. Get ready for a pedal-to-the-metal experience as this action-packed drama races to the big screen in June 2025. It's a teen classic for a reason, and we're due a sequel. You got it. Freakier Friday sees Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan return to their iconic characters. In 2003, Freaky Friday featured excellent chemistry between Curtis and Lohan as a body-swapped mother-daughter duo. Did you know this film was first made with Jodie Foster in 1976? You could save that for a pub quiz. Curtis was brilliant as a teen in her mother's body, while Lohan nailed Curtis's mannerisms as she's forced to navigate the perils of high school. Let's refresh our memory.
Honey!
Okay, I'll take it. I guess you're not ready yet, huh?
Sweetheart, what are you doing here?
I thought you said you needed a ride to work.
Right, Mom. I guess you better hurry up. Get a grip, I am not... Darling, could you, chill for a sec?
So good. Trivia fans will remember this as the film that Mark Waters made before he directed Mean Girls, another absolute teen classic starring Lindsay Lohan. Several familiar faces are back, including Chad Michael Murray and Mark Harmon. And given that Jamie Lee Curtis is now an Oscar winner, expect to see an even freakier performance than before. Fortune cookies at the ready? Freakier Friday is released in August 2025. Ready for something a bit more genteel? Tea is served as Cineworld Throws opens its doors to welcome Downton Abbey 3. The hit TV series Downton Abbey made its debut in 2010 and swept us all away in period finery. We watched the story of the aristocratic Crawley family, their ups and downs, and more in the early 20th century. In 2019, we moved the drama to the big screen with the first Downton Abbey film. The story continued in 2022 with Downton Abbey's A New Era, which resolved the journey of the late Maggie Smith's brilliantly witty Dowager Countess.
Do sit down. I've come into possession of a villa in the south of France.
What villa?
Start at the beginning.
Years ago, before you were born, I met a man.
They spend a few days together and he gives her a house.
You never thought to turn it down?
Do I look as if I'd turned down a villa in the south of France?
It's hard to imagine the franchise without her, but we're in good hands with Downton Abbey 3, being directed by Simon Curtis, who helped transform the previous two movies into big box office hits. Series creator Julian Fellows is writing the script, continuing to create drama that spans both the upstairs and downstairs realms of Grantham's iconic home. And we've got more big names joining the Downton family for this instalment, including Jolie Richardson, Alessandro Nivola, and Simon Russell Beale. Where will Lord and Lady Grantham house all these various individuals? We can't wait to find out. You are cordially invited to see Downton Abbey 3 at Cineworld in September 2025. On top of all of those comedy and drama highlights, we also have two music biopics coming out in 2025. How does it feel to watch Timothée Chalamet portray music legend Bob Dylan? We'll find out very soon in the long-awaited biopic, The Complete Unknown. Everyone loves a bit of Timothée, especially following his star performances in the Dune films and Wonka. Now he portrays the iconic musician who revolutionized folk music.
If you go with snowflake storm, when the river's freezing, summer ends.
For anyone who's gonna hold your attention on a stage, you have to kind of be a freak. You can be beautiful or you can be ugly, but you can't be plain.
To keep her from the howling winds.
When's the new album out?
Soon. 200 people in that room, and each one wants me to be somebody else. And they should just let me be.
Let you be what?
Whatever it is they don't want me to be.
Is this Timothée Chalamet's shot at an Oscar? Find out when A Complete Unknown is released on January 17th. And finally, discover the inspiring and heartbreaking story behind the king of pop, Michael Jackson, in Michael. Jackson's real-life nephew, Jaafar Jackson, portrays the legendary chart-topping musician. The film follows Jackson's life and career from his time with the Jackson 5 as a child star to the final weeks before his death. Coleman Domingo stars as Joe Jackson, Michael Jackson's father, in this must-see movie from the director of The Equalizer, Antoine Fuqua. The script was written by the noted screenwriter of Gladiator and Skyfall, John Logan, so we're confident Jackson's life will be done justice. Michael comes to Cineworld in October. 2025 sure looks emotional, and we can't wait to laugh and cry along. And don't forget, you can see them all with an unlimited membership. Sign up via the link and don't forget to subscribe for more movie content. We'll see you at Cineworld. If you have any questions about 2025 comedy and drama movies, pop them in the comment section below.